So there's this farmer that's out in Africa, and he's working at his farm, and it's totally dilapidated. It's dry, it's rocky, it's hard, and he's breaking his back day in and day out trying to live off this land. And he keeps hearing these stories about people all across Africa who are finding diamonds and who are creating this easy wealth. And the more he starts to look at all the hard work that he's put in and the meager return that he's getting from the work, and the more he hears about these stories of easy wealth, he starts to think to himself, maybe I should try something else. Maybe the grass is greener somewhere else. And so he goes ahead and he sells his farm, and he goes out in search of diamonds for years. And he pours in all of his time and resources into trying to find these diamonds. But a few years later, he's out of money, he's out of energy, he's out of focus, and he gives up, throws himself in the river, and he drowns. Now, meanwhile, he had sold that farm to another guy. And so this guy's out strolling around his farm one day, and he sees a peculiar looking rock sitting next to the river that runs through his land. He says, I've never seen something like this before, and he goes to get it checked out. And the guy who's looking at it looks at him and he says, do you realize what you have? The farmer's like, no. He's like, you have a diamond in a rough state. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, this isn't just a diamond in its rough state. This is the biggest diamond I have ever seen. And the farmer was overjoyed, and he ran back to the farm, and he started looking all over his land. And because he knew what a diamond in its rough state finally looked like, he realized that he had diamonds all over his farm. Not only that, what he found out years later is that he was sitting on the biggest diamond mine in Africa. You see, too often we are like that first farmer who thinks that other people have it better than we do. We say to ourselves, the grass has to be greener elsewhere. Maybe there's a better job, a better coach. Maybe there's a better team I could play for. Maybe a better school. And we spend way too much time thinking about, well, what if I went here? I feel like I'm being held back because of where I am. I don't have all the resources. No, you have the resources. You just need to look around yourself. You need to realize opportunities. You need to start to identify what diamonds look like in their rough state. And you need to look at what's around you and use it, because you have awesome resources. You don't need more resources. You need resourcefulness. For wherever you are in your season right now, in your off season or the season coming up, you have a choice. Are you going to look at other people and say, I wish I had that, they're so much better off than me? Or are you going to say, I'm going to do the best I can with what I have where I am? Because I'll tell you this, the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. It's your choice.